Hi, I'm Jen Higgs, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
What's up, guys? Rob here from Live Entertainment. I'm hanging out here with Jen Higgs. I'm super excited to be talking to you. We're here at your private jet.
Yes.
What's going on right here?
Just chilling.
Welcome to LA. It's kind of crazy how your career has just kind of like evolved within this year. Talk to me a little bit about that evolution and how you're able to kind of be able to go along with it. It's kind of scary going from 0 to 4 point something mil streams on on Spotify on the socials and stuff as well. So talk to me a little bit about like going through that and how you're able to kind of navigate it.
Well, the process wasn't easy, but getting through that. But the beginning, I had to start off somewhere, but now I'm just thankful for what I have.
What do you think it was that really gravitated towards the audience's attention to your music?
Just like how the flow and just how I put it out, how I put my way, like I was expressing myself out like to folks, like, and it relates to other people as well.
So one of the scariest things about being an artist is like starting it up, right? Like trying to discover who you are, trying to figure out your sound. How did you go about that process of discovering your like what your position was in this industry, but also like discovering what your sound was going to be, what you were going to give your audience?
I really didn't have a certain sound that I was going for. I just wanted to make whatever sound great to me, and apparently it went worldwide now. So it's
worldwide. That's crazy.
That tells me something.
That is crazy. What is that creative process though? Because even just trying to understand your voice when you're writing your lyrics or you're doing your freestyles, like what was that process of understanding like what that vocal tone or what that voice was for you?
Just like I had to kept like trying and testing it out and see where I was going with it and see where I was trying to find my like voice, just trying to see and testing it out, which would help me find it. So found it eventually. I thought I'd never find it.
When you came into the scene, like did you have like any other artists that you kind of aspired to be or kind of made you want to play around in this kind of sound in this kind of industry?
Like the stuff that I saw on TikTok, it inspired me because I was like, at first I was like just like a page I was just editing and stuff. Like I like when I first started, I just edited my music and that was what like got me up there for real.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there, promoting, that's no biggie. Did that on my own.
Wow. Now talk to me about that debut single, the creative process of it. How did that kickstart for you? Like, did you know you were working on this particular track? Was this something that just kind of happened and you were just channeling everything that was just coming to you? Like, what was that process like for you?
I didn't know what I was doing, but it got me up here, so I'm just happy that glad.
So as far as like lyrics go, do you also produce the music as well? Is that something that you're trying to understand or trying to learn how to do for your upcoming material?
I want to learn how to produce, but I'm not there yet.
So what kind of challenges do you feel like you've kind of faced so far with this creation process of, one single goes, blows up, goes viral, and then I feel like the pressure to release something else is always there. So talk to me a little
attention. bit. I'm trying to get used to that.
Yeah.
I'm not very used to attention like that.
Why did you start music in the first place?
I like music ever since I was like a toddler. So I just was like, I always had a dream that I wanted to make music on my own and change everything and help. Like I wanted to help people with my like music. And then when I started getting messages saying that, oh, your music helped me, brought me through all that, that's very like what keeps me going.
Do you feel like the music is your therapy as well at the same time? Like as you're getting older, navigating through life, like do you feel like it's allowing you the opportunity to be yourself, but also kind of explore a little bit more?
Yeah, it does a lot.
Now, as far as like music goes in your household, like is there anyone else that does music as well? Or is this something that you just naturally kind of gravitated to on your own?
I think it was just like when I saw like like around me, and like music was always around me. I
Yeah.
love music all my life, so I wanted to just probably come up with something I could do on my own.
Yeah.
Like, just a little something.
Now, it's always interesting to hear when artists are creating something amazing, but then it's not the type of sound or genre that they listen to. What do you listen to outside of your own music?
Sometimes I listen to like older songs, and I like Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Do you feel like you want to incorporate some of those older sounds or like the Michael Jackson kind of melodies into what you're doing, or do you feel like that's a completely different ballpark for you?
Completely different, but I will try.
Yeah. So you've got tons of music already for still being kind of fresh in the game. What is that creative process though? Because are you just constantly pumping out new material? Like what
I
is it
used to
like
be
for you?
like that, but now it's like slow down.
You're slowing it down.
Because I'm trying to like build it up inside and just make it perfect. Because I want to make it perfect. Because back then I was just doing anything, but now since I know a lot, I want to try to take it slower. Then like put the whole creative process like into like one big piece, and then just then releasing it out to people, and then they'd be like, wow, she been holding this back for this long.
Yeah. I love that you are learning everything as you're going. I feel like that's one of the coolest experiences, and I love that you're doing it at such a young age. During this process, like what do you feel has been like a challenge that you constantly have in order to kind of create the next piece of music?
Loving myself, that's been trying to do that, but now I'm getting better at that now. I'm seeing the change.
Has this new audience helped you kind of understand yourself a little bit more, but at the same time kind of believe in yourself a little bit more?
Yes, it do. And they just bring me happiness, because I never I always didn't like have a lot of friends and stuff like that. So it's like all these people like enjoying me and loving what I do is wild.
That must be a cool feeling though.
It is.
What has been a challenge so far with the music that you've released, as far as like doing the vocals, as far as like figuring out like the lyrics that you want to, the message that you want to give to your audience?
Just like keep going and don't like ever give up. This is what not giving up gets you.
Yeah.
Like just don't stop whatever you're doing. Like keep the faith for what it look like.
Yeah. So for you, what is that like a daily for you? Like what does your day look like when you're ready to create more music or new music?
Well, what inspire helps me like see like what I want to do. I see something on the internet be like about music, or I just see my stuff pop up and be like, okay, reminder, let me just make a song right quick.
It sounds like it just happens naturally for you. Like, are you just naturally?
Now it is.
Man. So is this stuff something that you're creating at home? Do you go into the studio? Do you have different studios
At
that you
home.
go to?
I do this at home.
Nice.
I've been doing it at home. I feel like at home is like I'm more comfortable at home, but now I know I have to like go out and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get comfortable doing that now.
As you continue to get more comfortable, do you feel like you're getting more comfortable in the types of messages that you're giving in your music? Like whether you want to get a little more vulnerable, a little more personal, like do you feel like that's just naturally happening for you?
Yeah, like when I want to keep learning about these things so I can already know ahead of time before it even happens. Like I want to just keep learning every step of my career and keep going. I don't never want to stop. I might say I want to quit sometime, but I don't really mean it.
It's just that day. Which song for you was the one that popped off, and what do you think it was about that track that popped off?
I feel like my first ever song, like it blew up on this like first time on TikTok, like, and then like I saw a big airway. I was like, okay, I started somewhere now, because since I started, I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, so I want to keep doing this because it felt great.
How did it blow up for you? Did you post it on TikTok and then that's when it started?
I told somebody else to post it because I didn't at the time I didn't know how to like promote anything.
Either that or you already had a strategy.
I told somebody else to post it, and then I told them to tag me, and then like ask them do they really want the song, and then all the like, and plus I was still in school. Then the next day in class, my phone just started blowing up and stuff, and saying like I saw the comments, and it was like, "Yo, who made this song? They should release it." Like it was like, okay.
So then you go home and finalize it, or
yeah, I finalized and then posted it, and then the next day it had like a lot of views. I didn't know it was gonna do that.
Damn. So you go from that song to the next song. How did your creative process kind of change? Like, did you try and create something similar to that, or did you try and step out of that sound and try something completely new?
Some of my old songs, I didn't really like use a lot of lyrics. I would kind of like repeat the same thing, but I didn't really like, because like now I won't listen to my own songs because I don't like but now it's like it's a memory and it's a good one because I had fun doing that. And then I also like saw like other people, like other artists that was coming like up and on TikTok and stuff, saw that they was inspired by my stuff and they started doing what I was doing. I was like, why they inspired by that? Like I was just repeating the words. But now I'm just like more trying to be more lyrical, and if I'm not there yet, then I'm gonna keep trying either way.
Yeah. So, what inspired that first song? The lyrics, at least. Like what was it that made you start writing that song or creating that song?
That song did not have no lyrics. It's just me saying, just all the time.
But what about the melody?
Yeah, I had like it's all about the melody. It's got to be catchy. So yeah.
So it was something that you were working on, that you were feeling at the moment? Like, is it something that you heard? Like,
I never was planning on putting it out. It's just I wanted to test something. But now it got me here, and I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So do you feel that now anything that you're working on, you want to release, or do you feel like there's stuff that you want to work on that you're not sure on releasing?
I have a lot of stuff I haven't released, and I'm pretty sure they want that, but gotta wait.
So I'm trying to wrap my head around how you went from 0 to that 4 mil, and like you still seem just
I don't even know how I did it.
But you're still calm and collected. Like, how are you able to, that's that the moment someone goes viral, it's just your life changes, right? Like, whether it's financially, whether it's just attention, whether it's opportunities, right? So you were still in school. How did you kind of navigate through all of that?
Just multitask. Like I've been I thought it was gonna be hard too, but like I was like, okay, I gotta get my education and then try to do this. If I want to do this, then I'm gonna have to get some type of education.
Yeah.
Finish school, then it just be me and my music. Then it's just because next year I'll be 18. So
man, you're on your own. But I love that you have that mentality of like, you got to finish school, you got to focus on the studies, and then still obviously doing your music. With the music that you've released so far, like which track that you've done so far do you feel has been like the biggest challenge for you to create?
Smoke It Off and Stay Alive. That really like it's just,
and those go hard.
Yeah. I never thought it would go that hard. That was just me doing something like after school.
Yeah. Why were they hard for you though?
It was like trying to like, at first, like when I was trying to make Smoke It Off, I was like, bro, I'm finna quit, because I didn't know what I was gonna put for that beat, because it was a weird beat. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna experience something on here. Then boom, I got that done, put it out, went viral like 4 months, 2 months, 3 months later.
So do you feel like now every time you post something, it just goes?
It just goes. And I'm just like, it's crazy. I never expect none of this to happen to me. Like a person like me.
But that's the beauty of it. It's like there's a difference when someone is actively trying to create something, to make something out of it, and then there's a difference when someone's doing it because it's a passion, it's something that they love, and then it just kind of blows up, right? Like you understand the value of it more. At least that's how it feels for me. But now that you have this audience, they want more music from you. Like, obviously shows is something that they might be asking for also. How do you feel about that? Going from the bedroom to the stage.
It's it's crazy, and I want to keep doing this because it's like I'm making other people happy. That like that's what I wanted to do all along. Is like give people pure happiness and joy with something that I created. Because it's like, oh, because I never thought I would do something like that. So it's like, okay, I'm doing this, so now I have to keep doing it. I want to keep doing this because it make me and the fans happy. So
what have you learned so far about yourself during this process of creating music?
that I have a gift that God gave me.
Yes.
So and now I'm gonna maintain it.
That's amazing. I wish I had this kind of mentality when I was your age, because I feel like I was just thinking about just going to shows and just like not even focused on creating anything for myself. It took me a while to kind of start thinking
It
about
takes
my
a while.
future.
Don't just happen overnight.
Apparently it does. Apparently it does. During this whole process, what has been like one of your favorite moments that you've had during, whether it's like the recording process, releasing, talking to your fans?
Coming out here, exploring.
Yeah.
No, I like it out here. I'm thinking about moving here one day.
There we go. Is this your first time in LA?
About like my third or fourth time.
Okay. So every time you come to LA, it's a different experience. It's an even bigger experience. What is it that you like about this industry outside of creating the music? Like, what is it that you like about being in the music industry?
Meeting new people, new friends, because I really like working with people.
Yeah.
Because working with people gives more engagement and more teamwork and more music and us for us to enjoy each other.
Yeah. Do you have any producers in mind that you'd love to work with?
Not really, but not wanting like certainly like I'm willing to work with anyone who's willing to work with me.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love that you're kind of creating a new lane of music, because I feel like it's so niche, what you're creating, and it's obviously doing really well. So who knows, you could be the one to open those doors for more artists like this to start creating this.
Maybe.
How does that feel?
It feels great. Like I'm trying to stay like humble at the same time because I'm like never like had this before, and I'm really thankful for it. So I just want to like keep it cool and chill, and because for other people, like it's hard for them to just do something like this, and it's hard to like explain it and tell people, oh, it don't happen overnight, but it did that for me. So it's like everybody can't be like that.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell people is just like keep going, don't quit, and just this is prime example.
Yeah. I love that on your material you have some features on there. Who are these features, and why did you feel they were important to your projects?
Because I just want to, some of the features that's on the upcoming thing that like people haven't heard of them yet, and I want to, and I think they're talented. That's why I want them on mine. So I want people to hear them and give them a chance and like see if they like them or not. So if they don't, that's fine. But if they do, then I'm gonna push them to keep going.
Yeah. Where did you find these artists? Are these artists that you were listening to?
They were my
as well?
friends.
Okay.
But at first they started as my fans, and then I saw that they had talent and stuff. I was like, okay, you guys are actually talented. I love to work with you guys and them. But I was like, they turned to my best friends. Like,
that's awesome.
And I actually like, it was like one day I was like, no, you're my friend, but now I have to make a song with you now. So, okay. Yeah, so I just was like, okay, you can have like 3 placements with me. Give it all you got and just do whatever, and then we can get that out. Okay, we got those 3 songs done, and I'm just waiting for it to be released so I can know the public's opinion.
I love that you have this like business mindset. Like you're taking control of everything that's going on. Like from the features to how many features to what's going to happen with these features. How did you learn all this? Is this something that you just learned on your own as this music started to kind of pop off for you?
And being inspired by my managers, I want to keep doing business, do business right, so I won't do it wrong.
Yeah.
Because if I do it wrong, then it's not gonna be how I want it. So
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be like unsatisfied with like something if somebody else do it and they do it wrong, and I want to learn to do it myself, so I wouldn't have to deal with none of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Upcoming material. What's next from you?
Really don't know yet, but I know that I'm gonna come up with something,
Yeah.
and hopefully it just smooth on by so I can just enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Because all that hard work, it pays off, and I can't wait to see how big it goes. Like I just can't wait to see my future self.
Yeah. Now here's a question that I'm trying to figure out because I still don't know how I would have balanced it. But how did you balance creating music while being in school? Because when you start creating music, it's not like a 5-minute thing. It's like it can take you 30 minutes, but it can also take you a few hours, a few days, a few months.
I had to create time. Like I kept doing it after school. Like I listened to the beat like while I was in class or something. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna work on this when I get home. Then I just work on it when I get home. If I didn't finish it that night, I'll do it the next day, like after school. That's how mine work, and it's probably like that for some people too. That's also doing the same thing how I was, but it's not easy.
It's not.
But I had to keep doing it because I have fun doing music. That's why I keep you just having fun with it, like make it. And plus, when you're creative like that, you just like you pop out different ideas and just like that. It's just gonna spew out like that. So then you just have multiple songs. If you let the songs pile up like that, then you can possibly turn it into an album and just put it out and see, let the fans pick out whatever they like out of it.
Yeah, and at the same time, aside from your music, you're also are you also like in charge of the single covers, like the covers for your tracks, or is that someone else that's
someone else? I'll let somebody else do it because I don't really know how to do no stuff. But I used to try to do it myself, but it was.
Eventually, maybe, you never know.
You never know.
I'm sure you come up with the idea though.
Yeah, because I'll tell them what I'm like. They were like, okay, what you going for this song? What you going for? I was like, okay, I'm going for a nightclub theme or something like that. And I just tell him like that, and then he just give it to me like perfect. It just matches it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to be talking to you at such an early time, and I look forward to seeing that evolution with you. I feel like your sound might change a lot. I feel like you're going to change a lot. But what I'm most excited about is that you have this audience already, and like it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So congratulations with the success so far.
Thank you.
Close us out, what do you feel that you've learned during this whole experience?
Just loving myself. That's like at first I didn't really have like a face or image that people knew me. They just knew my sound.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whenever I'm gonna do a face reveal, I can't be a blank face for forever. And that's when I started to learn to love myself and make myself better. Cause if I wanted to be an artist, I know my face would be everywhere, and I had to like let other people see me. So I had to better myself and not let other people see me in a bad state. So I had to make myself feel good enough for make other people feel like that. So it's like so they can see me happy, and I don't want like I'm their idol, so I don't want them to see me like I'm just down in the press all the time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a uplifting move.
You've been doing this way too long. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm talking to a legend, like someone that's been doing this forever.
So not a legend yet.
Eventually, it's going to happen. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Congratulations for the success.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out Jen Higgs. All this material is on Spotify. You guys should check it out. But if they had the option of just checking out one track, which one would it be?
Canada.
There we go. That's a collaboration as well.
Yeah.
Why Canada?
I feel like Canada is like shout out to the producer 9 Lives. He did good on that because he produced Stay Alive as well, and I feel like Canada has just got a great vibe to it. You can do whatever dance you want to do to it, and vibe however you want to do. It sounds good to me. That's why. So I just want to like put that out.
Share the love.